Once again, it's your boy D Free back with another fight video. Now, before I get started, make sure you hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Well, it looks like the fight is on. A highly anticipated fight between Shakur Stevenson versus Zepeda. Shakur 23-0 with 11 knockouts, 27 years old, stand at 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. Zepeda 33-0, 27 wins by way of knockout, 28 years old, stands at 5'9" with a 69.5-inch arm reach. Now, this fight has been highly anticipated. We was promised to get this fight after Shakur had his fight against Josh Padley. We was waiting to see what happened in the rematch with Zepeda versus Tevin Farmer. Zepeda got a unanimous decision against Tevin Farmer, and it looked like it wasn't going to happen for a quick second, or it wasn't going to happen the way we expected to happen. Shakur had some issues with the amount of money that he was getting for the fight. He said he was promised a certain amount of money, and then when they came with the actual contract, it was a different amount on there. So it looked like this fight was about to go to purse bid. But since then, Shakur has went back and they had some talk, and some things was worked out, and it seemed like this fight is going to be on. They're talking about making this fight on July 12th. Zepeda, he's the #1 contender. He's the mandatory to the WBC belt. The belt will be on the line. We're looking to see where they're going to put this fight on at. We're not sure if it's going to be in Las Vegas or if it's going to be in New Jersey, but wherever they put this fight on is going to be watched closely. Shakur Stevenson, everybody is questioning, is his hands going to hold up? We know he's been having some hand issues. He had surgery on both his hands. He had the Josh Padley fight, and it seemed like he injured his hand again in that fight. And we know that Zepeda is a guy that puts on a lot of pressure. He's a big puncher. He's going to throw a lot of punches. He throws roughly about 90 to 100 punches per round, and he's relentless with his attack. He goes to the body a lot, and he keeps that pressure on. Shakur Stevenson is known for his defensive fighting. There's been some fights that he has had in the past where people said it was a little lackluster. He was a little too defensive, didn't let his hands go enough, and it could be for the simple fact of his hands is not as strong as they once was. He's been having issues. His grandfather had came out and said Shakur hands hasn't been healthy for like 7 or 8 fights. So we're going to see if Shakur hands can hold up in this fight, because in order to keep Zepeda at bay, he's going to have to hit Zepeda with some stuff to make him respect him. Shakur is not going to be able to just be defensive and think he's going to win this fight, because Zepeda, he's going to put the pressure on. He's going to keep throwing punches. He's going to keep coming at you. And in order for you to stop that, you have to give him something to worry about. And everybody wants to know how Shakur is going to do against a big puncher. The last couple of big punches he had, it seemed like he kind of shied away from the offensive portion of his arsenal. He was more defensive instead of letting his hands go and giving different angles. So that's why everybody is so intrigued about this fight, because we know Zepeda is definitely a pressure fighter. And it will answer a lot of questions. Zepeda, we've seen him get dropped for the first time in the first fight that he had with Tevin Farmer. They had the rematch. A lot of people thought that Tevin Farmer should have got the nod in that first fight. So they went back and had a rematch, and it wasn't no question. Zepeda was just relentless in that second fight. He didn't let Tevin Farmer get a chance to breathe in that fight. There was a few of the rounds in the later half of that fight where it seemed like Williams Zepeda might have gassed out a little bit. It looked like he was going for the knockout early, and so it looked like he might have gassed out a little bit. But nevertheless, Williams Zepeda still won this fight with a unanimous decision. It wasn't even a question whether William won or not. So we're gonna see what Shakur can do, because everybody wants to know, is Shakur gonna get that big fight being under Eddie Hearn? Would they be able to give him the fights that he's looking for when he signed over there to Matchroom? And he had the fight signed to fight Kid Austin, and that fight fell through, and so he ended up having to fight Josh Patty because Kid Austin had pulled out of the fight. So it didn't look like that Shakur was going to be able to get the fights that he wanted to get, but they was able to work out a deal, and Shakur is getting this fight that everybody wants to see, because like I said, it's going to answer a lot of questions that people have for Shakur. Can he deal with the pressure of Williams Zepeda? Can he deal with the power that Williams Zepeda have? Is his hands going to hold up in this fight? And then we can find out how will Williams Zepeda do against the level of Shakur Stevenson, because the one thing people wanted to know is Williams Zepeda for real? Can he do what he's been doing throughout his career on the top level? Can he become a champion with the likes of Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Tank Davis, Lomachenko? So now the question is going to be answered. They're gonna mix it up, and we're gonna see who comes out on top. I think Shakur has the ability to outbox Williams Zepeda. Williams Zepeda doesn't have the best footwork. He's pretty much straightforward. He's going to come at you. He's going to put the high guard up. He's going to go to your body, and he's going to try to break you down. Shakur Stevenson, he got a good jab. He got a good combination when he does let his hands go. He got decent footwork. He got great defense. But how would that defense hold up against a guy that's relentless and keeps coming forward? Does Shakur have enough power in his hands that seem to be starting to get brittle? I mean, truthfully speaking, it looked like he's getting that Floyd Mayweather type of vibe with the hands being brittle and very weak in fights now. Like I said, his grandfather came out and said that his hands haven't been healthy for 7 or 8 fights. So will his hands be able to hold up? And this is the question that's going to be answered that a lot of people have for Shakur and Williams Zepeda. I think this is a 50-50 fight. I'm not going to give my prediction on this fight because, like I said, this fight is still in the mix, and they finalizing the deal. So once we get closer to fight day, if this fight does get finalized, and it is set for July 12th, once we get closer to the fight date, we will be able to break down this fight and see the preparation each fighter have taken to make this fight, and then we can give a better assessment of that fight. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this fight. Is this the fight that y'all have been asking for? Are y'all surprised that they was able to go back and sit down and get it done and not make it the first bid? But let me know what you think. That's all I got on this video. It's your boy D Free Sports Talk, and I'm out. Peace.